Irene Curie inherited her great love of science from her famous parents, Marie and Pierre Curie, and another science partnership developed when she married Frederic Joliot. Together they explored the forces of nature, and their discovery of artificial radioactivity won for them the Nobel Prize in Chemistry. Their dedication to science also led to the discovery of the neutron and the splitting of the atom. Irene was born in 1897, the same year that radioactivity was discovered. Her parents had shared the Nobel Prize for the discovery of radium, and she grew up in the glare of their publicity. She resented the demands of their fame because it often separated her from them, but even as a child she absorbed their devotion to science. At 12 she already had the principal requirements for a scientist: curiosity, a sense of order, and an obsession for exactness. During the First World War, she and her mother were active at the front, establishing radiological stations so that soldiers could be x-rayed and their wounds treated at once. Later, she worked with her mother at the Institute of Radium, where she met handsome Frederic Joliot. Their marriage was as dramatic as it was romantic, for it became a scientific partnership. The discovery of artificial radioactivity, which won them the Nobel Prize, led to the mass production of isotopes for medicine, biochemical research, in industry, archaeology, oceanography, and other sciences. Irene was the second woman honoured, Marie Curie being the first. Though this was the Joliot-Curie's most spectacular achievement, they made many other important contributions to nuclear physics. All her life, Irene shunned fame, as her parents had. But when she died of overexposure to radioactivity, practically all of France came to pay her homage. The story of these dedicated scientists is one of love, suspense, and almost incredible adventure into the unknown. To the French scientists who form part of this book, for their courage in time of war and their wisdom in time of peace. The story of Irene Joliot-Curie is the story of the daughter of a famous mother who herself became famous. It's about a woman who lived true to her principles and never understood the nature of compromise. It is, not at all incidentally, the story of the growth of nuclear science, the study of the nucleus of the atom. Irene, the oldest daughter of Marie Curie, was born in 1897, the year after the discovery of radioactivity. At that time, no one suspected the existence of such a thing as a nucleus. The atom, so the scientific world believed, was a tiny solid with a different kind for each element. 19th century scientists knew that every element, whether gas or solid, is made up of atoms and is a basic substance that cannot be altered by chemical means. They found out by careful study that atoms of different elements had different weights and had established relative atomic weights for all known elements to a high degree of accuracy. Around 1869, a Russian scientist named Dmitry Mendeleev listed the known elements by increasing atomic weight and noted that certain properties of chemical elements occur at regular intervals. He drew up a periodic table of elements on this basis, thus providing the cornerstone of future chemical and physical knowledge. But until the end of the century, no one knew much more about the atom. Chapter 1. The Price of Fame. Irene was 6 years old when she had her first taste of publicity. The newspaper men came to their house while her parents were out. Somehow the men persuaded the nurse to let them in, and at once they began asking questions. What did they eat for dinner? Did Madame Curie do the cooking herself? What time did they go to bed? And what time did they get up? The men snooped around the room, examining everything. The mahogany sofa with its warm green velvet upholstery, the long work table where her parents did their problems at night, the bouquet of flowers her mum had brought home the night before, and a bookshelf with its big thick volumes called Treatise on Physics and Differential and Integral Calculus. Where are your mother and father? One of them asked Irene. At the laboratory, she said, staring at them hostilely. Where else would her parents be?